Hello, my name is Rhea Patel and welcome to my video on my vision of teaching and learning. My personal statement is to create an impactful and conducive learning environment for students such that it motivates them to continue to learn and help them achieve the best that they can. I use this picture because it represents me and my students. The book represents the way in which we are both going to be learning, and learning is a continuum. The reflection represents the way in which our learning will expand like the tree and we will continue to grow and learn. And me and myself as an educator would constantly reflect on my strategies in order to better suit the needs of my students. On the very first day of this program, we were asked and prompted to write why we wanted to become a teacher. My vision was that I wanted to create an impactful change in the community that would affect the generations to come by educating the young minds of today. Little did I know that there would be many aspects that would go into becoming an effective teacher that could bring about a lasting change for all my students. I did know that it was multifaceted, and it was a multifaceted discipline that would include a variety of skills and teaching strategies. I have added to that thinking. I have added to my initial thinking, and this picture represents what I thought. I thought that students came from a variety and many walks of life, and they would always be at the center of my teaching styles. That is correct, but there are many aspects that go into making sure the student is at the center of my teaching. In the second semester, I was exposed to what the foundation of being an impactful teacher is, referring to the ethical standards for the teaching profession and standards of care. This is extremely pivotal and important to me as a teacher because I know that I would want to uphold all of these to the best of my ability. This is so that I can provide the best learning environment for my students. These standards include care, respect, trust, and integrity. Moreover, it also means that I have to be committed to students and student learning, and I would then strive for a good professional knowledge, practice taking leadership in learning communities, and ensuring that I am also an ongoing professional learner. Being aware of our past is an important part of student learning and my learning as well. It is factual that a part of Canadian history is that the Aboriginal peoples have made positive, lasting impacts on the lands that we live on today. Students need to learn to be respectful and be inclusive of Aboriginal communities, including how to conduct themselves and know their history. As an educator, my plan of action of teaching and learning is going to be embedding the various perspectives from the FNMI scope and sequencing document into my everyday teaching. It does not have to be a separate lesson all the time, but should be seamlessly and would be seamlessly incorporated into my teaching. There are many ways to go about ensuring that each and every student in my classroom is successful at their level. It is my job as the educator to further them along such that they feel as though the classroom is a safe and accepting space for them. I strongly believe in embedding the universal design for learning and differentiated instruction right into my classroom, such that the students have the tools and resources that are necessary for each of them to succeed in my class. This means I will differentiate my content, the process by which they learn, the product, and the effect and the environment. I would want to have a guided mindset such that there'd be respectful tracks created, quality curriculum, flexible grouping, continual assessment, and building community within the classroom. In a diverse classroom, there is no single method that can reach all learners. There are multiple pathways to achieving goals that are needed, and hence I would use the 3 principles of universal learning to engage with what they are learning with, give them options of action and expression during their learning, and allow them to engage in many ways as well. I also strongly believe in being culturally competent and creating spaces that allow students to feel accepted, included, and valued. I use these 2 pictures because differentiation is knowing the learner and catering to that specific learner. Universal design is being able to cater to the whole class and providing accommodation and modifications such that every single student is able to learn within the classroom. Another pivotal part is being able to use classroom management strategies in a way that engages the learners. This is where actual learning takes place, the classroom. And there's crucial skills that I would use using Garrett's model and perfect them such that I am able to cater to each and every single student. I would also use resources that are available to me such that I can engage with them and use the different tools necessary to better equip myself to cater to each and every single student. As I end this video, I would like to leave you with a letter that I have written to myself as a promise. I want to ensure that each and every single student that walks into my classroom feels connected, accepted, and valued. I would strive to bring equity and diversity within the classroom by setting norms where I would promote the sharing of ideas, opinions, and values of each student present in the class. I would gear my teaching practices in a manner that are culturally relevant and responsive such that it emphasizes academic excellence and cultural competence. Being able to know your students and knowing that no 2 students will be the same is important. Within the classroom, I will ensure that there are a variety of resources available to the students that represents who they are so that they feel accepted, safe, and an integral part of the classroom. At the end of the day, It boils down to the student. My goal will remain to evolve around how I'm going to better equip myself to meet the needs of my students. It is a continuum, and there are many aspects of student achievement, but I will strive to be a reflective teacher such that every student that walks through my classroom is able to learn, succeed, and grow thereafter. The picture represents the many factors that go into being an effective teacher and that go into engaging student instruction, teaching instruction, that I hope to continually embed in my classroom. Thank you.